Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Packers Film Room. We're going to look at 3 plays from the Packers' win over the Rams, all kind of in the same vein, 2 that are almost exactly the same to some extent, and 1 that is just a deeper version of that. So we'll get to it here. Kind of like usually tag as arches. It's a follow concept. We're going to have this is the 3rd play of the day, and this is going to be incomplete in the middle to Jaden Reed. Not incomplete. I'm sorry. It's going to be a sack. So what we have here is we've got out of the bunch. We're going to watch, I think Wicks is going to have about a 7-yard break. He's going to kind of go in like that. You got this push out from Reed, about a 3 or 4 yard break. Arches, there's like a arch route here, kind of a follow route. So you're clearing out here with that deeper route, and then you follow behind. You push out, you widen the defender, and you work back into the area underneath. Really, really nice concept. Something the Packers didn't really do up until last year, and then they've done it quite a bit. This is a go-to. I think every single one of these. Now the second one's going to be on first. 2 of these are going to be on 3rd down. So here we go right here. So we've got this little, here we go, push out. You can see how this works out of the bunch. We have got a follow. He's following him up here. You got this push out here. You're kind of almost like building a wall. Push out. And that's I keep saying push out. He's pushing out here to kind of get these guys in position, whichever one is covering him. Get him in position to kind of get this interference in the way, and then just slam that back underneath. So you've got this guy clearing out the middle. You've got this guy setting a wall, and you're setting him up by angling out on this. And then just inside. See that? And it looks like, I think, right here in the slot is going to have him. You get this little bump, not much by Kraft. And he kind of goes by him because he is running a route. Usually that's a corner route off of that. You've cleared that here. This is the man right here on Reed. But Reed has a ton of room to work underneath. The problem, as we'll look, as he's getting ready to throw this, maybe this could be out now, but it takes a little while to set up, is there's a stunt in the middle. He gets sacked before he can do anything. So that play ends up being dead. And we'll watch. I think it's up here. I think there's going to be a stunt here, if I'm not mistaken. We'll look at that. And Josh Myers kind of gets caught in no man's land. A little confusion up front there. And that's what ends up happening in the breakdown. Yeah, you can see. Yep. All right, so got Ryan, Myers. They're going to stunt. So he's kind of crashing over. He's going to hit this. We're going to crash over. Ryan ends up picking up right here. He's going to pick up that man. Myers doesn't really move off. And it's just pressure up the middle on that little twist there. Really nice game played up front by the Rams. Sack on the first 3rd down. That's too bad. All right, 1st and 10 later in the game. 1:30 left in the 2nd quarter. So we're winding down here. We're going to run it from a different alignment, but we're kind of still running the same thing. More of a now slant from Kraft, and this one's going to go complete. So we're going to have a little slant and a little push out. You don't have to do much there. You got off coverage here because they don't want to get beat deep. So just kind of working underneath here. I won't spend a whole lot of time on that, but you can see how that works again. Clear, push out, get him leaning, work back inside, ton of room. Ball comes out on time. Look at that pocket. That beautiful little pocket. And that ball's out really quick. There we go. Catch, complete, middle of the field to Bo Melton for 12 yards. We'll look at it from the other angle, and then we will move to the next one. Got guys up front showing a little pressure. Ball's out. Look at all that room. See that? You can see that clear right there. He's going to come over. It's going to be too late. 12 yards on 1st down. Nicely done. Now, for my favorite one, I didn't really talk about it, but same kind of break here, right? So that's a little more sudden, but this is like a 3 to 4 yard angle and a little arch route, 3 to 4 yard break. Now we have one. This is 3rd and 2. We're going to go. It's going to look very familiar. It's going to be off to this side with these 2 here. That's Reed right there in the slot. It's going to be incomplete. Hits Reed in the hands a little bit there. Unfortunate that he hits the ground, but really, really nice. And again, this looks really, really familiar, and it looks familiar for a couple different reasons. For one, it kind of looks like arches, which we saw, right? You get this little, like, he's going to kind of go here, push out. You get a switch release, push outside, follow back in. A couple reasons I really, really like this. So again, you get the switch release. You're bouncing him on the outside. It's one thing, you're setting him up, right? They're not banjoing. You're doing man-to-man. So you take him. You're making him go outside because you're pushing outside. So you get that kind of natural inside leverage by doing that. When you push, see how he's kind of bailing? You can go anywhere with that. We see a lot of wheel routes or little rail routes up the sideline, vertical with Jaden Reed. He's got to respect that. So he's bailing to the outside. You get a ton of room in the middle because of that. Now the other thing, so we'll do this again. This is, so the arch routes were, what we say, 3 to 4 yard break. This is like a 10-yard break right there. Ball's out. Look at that. Ball's out. You've pushed him. You've got all this room inside. You've cleared him. You've pushed him to the outside. Man, look at that window. Look at that nice little window. Loves getting ready to throw. Step up. Throw it. He's got to kind of throw it a little bit behind 51 there. Make sure he doesn't get it. Maybe a little behind Reed to make sure that the linebacker doesn't get a hand on it. Hits Reed in the hands. Now, the other thing I like about this, all right, so we've got the arch stuff that we looked at, the shorter arches stuff. What this really is, at this depth, is what they run a lot of, which is a couple different dagger concepts the Packers like to run. Typical dagger would be like a deep middle, deep clear, and then you run in from behind it. This is going to be what I usually call as a cross-country dagger, which is you get this kind of like big over route. The idea being you're clearing the middle with that big over route. Then the guy from the outside works in behind it, and you hit that there. The read usually on that one is 1 to 2, so you're reading that first. If that's not there, it's because those guys have run with him, which means the middle clear, you work back to the 2. That's how you do it. What I really like about this is a core concept. Packers run this a lot. What I really like about this is you switch release off of that. So you're actually running from the outside. It's small, but again, we saw the extra space. You're running the clear there. You work outside off a switch release, pushing to widen that boundary, and then you kind of dig that back underneath. Really nice way to get to a different way to get to your core concept there in a way that makes sense. Again, because you're working with leverage, you're pushing him off the leverage, you're still getting all the natural advantages inside of kind of getting them there, but you're switching up the coverage switching up the leverage, the releases at the line, while still running something that you like to run, that you are comfortable running as an offense. So we'll look at it from this angle, and then we'll get out of here. Then we got Wicks down here kind of inserting. Look, you can see how that goes. Look at that. He's clearing. And Love has to throw. You can't throw it where he wants to throw it. Is like middle, right? He wants to lead him in the middle. Linebacker's there, so he's got to throw just a touch behind him. Hits Reed, pins it on Reed. Really nice throw, kind of step up around where Wilson's kind of picking up the blitzer off the edge here. Step up, throw, puts it on him. Ball just can't come in. Again, I kind of want to look at this, and we'll get out and we'll be done, just because it's got the arch stuff to it, which is something I really liked as far as like that quick game, the short stuff, create some quick space immediately underneath to throw that. They're taking that, mixing that a little bit with something that they like doing anyway, one of their core concepts, that cross-country dagger, running that a little deeper off a switch release, so it gets you kind of the same stuff as the arch benefits, but a little deeper while still sticking to your main playbook. You're just twisting a little bit. So I wanted to get to that this week before the week is done. We're kind of winding down time here, but we will see if I do anything else this week. Who knows? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.